I'm asking you, sirs, up there, does all those colors in this valley and the rock on that hill, I don't know what you call that hill up there, and that rock early in the morning with the light, sunlight on it, does it mean anything to you? When you look at all this beauty around you, does it mean anything? Do you appreciate all this extraordinary valley?
You feel happy.
Huh?
You feel happy to see it, so it's everything is something to you, like whenever you see it in the morning or something.
Sit up here. Sit. Yes, you. Come on, good girl. Don't be shy. There. That's good.
Like when you see them every morning, like you feel happy. Means you're seeing something nice early in the morning.
Yeah.
So it really means something to you. Your
Yes,
heart enjoys.
but do you get used to it?
Yeah, you get used to seeing
Yeah.
things.
Why do you get used to it?
Because you see it every day.
I know. So just listen. If you get used to me and I get used to you, what happens?
What?
I don't listen to what you're talking about, and you don't listen to me what I'm talking about, will you?
I don't get that.
Huh?
I don't get that. Like you can always listen to someone. I may be going with one person every day and all that, but still I may know that person. Means to not know that person. Like
No, of course. But don't get used to anything. That way you keep alive. If you look at those flowers, look at them, turn around and look at them. Carefully look at them. Look at Kabir sitting out there, and Mrs. Jayaka, and Radhika ji there, against the background. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
And do you get used to it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why?
Because I see it every day.
No. Beauty is not seeing something every day. Beauty is that later in the day will be totally different, won't it?
Yeah.
In the mid-afternoon, it will be much more bright, right?
Yeah.
And towards the evening, it will have totally different colors, won't it?
Yeah.
Can you get used to it?
No, I guess.
You can't, can you? So don't get used to anything. You don't get used to your father, your mother, or to your teachers.
But then we have a routine in school. Then we get used to it. What's different in a routine every day?
Your mind then becomes routine. Your mind then becomes go round and round like a gramophone.
Well, that doesn't mean that I think along the same lines every day. But the routine, the things we do, we get up at 5:30, we go for breakfast, we go for classes. That's a routine.
That you.
No, wait a minute. Why do you call it routine?
Because that's what happens every day.
Just a minute.
Time.
Listen to what I'm talking about. Don't be quick in answer. Why do you call it routine?
Because we do it every day.
Why, do you do everything every day and call it routine, or are you aware of what you are doing every day? Know what you are doing? Get up in the morning at 5:30, clean and all the rest of it. Are you aware that you are doing it? Do you pay attention to what you are doing? Or is it all you do it casually and get on?
Yes, I do it.
Not always.
I'm asking you, do you do this every day? Conscious, aware, know what you are doing. When you are cleaning your teeth, do you know you are cleaning your teeth? Do you watch very carefully?
I don't.
No. Why?
Because
If you watch carefully, it never becomes routine. You understand what I'm saying? Are you still here? Good. Do you watch carefully everything that you're doing every day? Why? If you do everything every day, it gives you much more aware. You watch everything there. You watch all those tamarind trees with their fruit, and that rock over there. It's an extraordinary thing to watch.
It is.
Huh? Will you do it?
I do it.
No. Every day, every minute, not just casual one day. All the time watch. All the time watch people, watch what they say, how they dress, and all the rocks here, and the trees. You learn much more by watching. Will you do it? If you say to me you will do it, you promise, you must keep your promise. Otherwise, don't promise, right? Right? Don't promise if you can't do it. Will you promise? Careful. Quite right. So, when you don't watch carefully, everything you are doing, what you say, how you dress, how you clean your teeth, and so on, your mind becomes routine, mechanical. You understand? If your mind becomes watchful, then everything you are doing becomes much more fun. Nothing becomes mechanical if you know how to watch. I'll tell you what it means to watch. First you watch with your eyes, don't you? Look. Look at those almond tamarind trees. Look at them. Look at them. You see them?
Yes.
Now wait, watch it. And you see the rocks behind there? Right?
Yes, sir.
Now, how do you watch it? Are you thinking while you are watching?
No, sir.
Huh? You have learned something, haven't you? That you are not thinking when you are watching. If you watch that carefully, you saw all those dragonflies. You saw the shades deep down. There's a man going by the bicycle. Right? Do you see it?
Yes, sir.
So when you watch, you begin to learn much more. Now, next step is you not only watch with your eyes, but also listen to all the noise going on. Listen carefully. People coughing, people moving, never sitting still. Right? When you watch and when you listen, you are learning, not merely memorizing, you are learning, see all the things that are happening around you. Right? Are you doing it? Who is there? Look. You learn from books, don't you? You learn mathematics?
Yes, sir.
What else are you learning?
History, we're learning biology, we're learning chemistry, we're learning geography.
God, so much already?
Yes,
English, mathematics, geography, history, chemistry, biology.
Physics.
You must be a great man. Now, I'm joking, right?
Yes, sir.
When you're learning, what is happening? You got a book, your educator points out, informs you, you are memorizing, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Memorizing, which is what? You are recording as they're recorded on a gramophone plate, right? You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You have gramophone, haven't you, in your school?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you put on a plate and it repeats, right?
Right.
Are you doing that?
While studying it.
You are memorizing, not learning. You are memorizing, right? Because at the end of the school, end of the term, you're going to be examined. And you must answer quickly. So you memorize. Now, memorizing is like a gramophone record. Repeating, right?
Yes.
Is that learning?
But when you're learning, when you're beginning to memorize, then you're learning.
No, at the beginning. Afterwards you repeat.
Yes, afterwards it's not learning.
Not learning. You got it?
Yes, sir.
Have you learned it? Do you see something? Memorizing is repetition. Because you have to pass an exam. You have got to get a job. Right? So, learning is not memorizing. So what is learning then?
Sir, does it mean that each time you watch, you are learning?
What?
Each time you watch, you are learning something. You said that each time you watch, you're learning something.
That's right. Right, you have said something true. Each time you watch, you're learning, because things change. You understand? If you're watching those trees early in the morning, they're quite a different light, haven't they? And later on in the day, it has a different light. There's a different movement, different shades, different color. You're learning. Give us some room. What?
Sir, but when you see people, like you see them every day, so you...
Don't get used to seeing people every day. Watch them.
But there isn't anything new in them always.
How do you know?
Sir, I don't think so, sir. Every time they're the same almost.
Do you know? Your cells, the body cells, are changing. So people are changing. I'm not the same as you saw me yesterday. I may have moved. I may have changed. I might have do all kinds of things. I'm a living being. It's only dead things that don't change.
And if we watch them, then we can find...
That's right. If you watch them, you learn. Because then, as you watch those trees first thing in the morning, they're different, right? Different color, different movement, different depth of light, right? Different shadows. It's just like that human beings are.
Sir, but I see the change in trees and all, but I don't know why I don't see it in people.
Because you are lazy. Because you don't want to look carefully at people. Right? So, watching, listening, and therefore learning. Not memorizing. In India especially, there are a lot of theories about God, about heaven, about... lot of it. Nothing to do with their daily life. Right? The daily life counts much more than your gods and theories and, right? So, watch your life.